Greetings, Captains, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus Mod. I am Captain Tirak of the heavy cruiser USS Richmond as we continue our campaign against the Romulan Star Empire. And the last time, we got into a long-running battle against the forces of the Romulan Star Empire in the sector of 1812, a planetary assault where we dueled against a Firehawk cruiser and a Mauler. Alongside our cohort, the destroyer, the Death Beast. We were able to cut through their lines, bombard the planet, and beam over our Marines to take care of business. But now, today is a new day, and we shall continue operations. So let us once again set out towards 1812, where we can apparently get into war with the British and have half of our main governing body sunk. Shipyard assault or convoy raid? You ask a tough question. A really tough question. We're going to try the shipyard assault. I'm not really sure we can do it, because Federation ships don't do shipyard assaults very well. We have the GCS Skazor, and we are squaring off against two Romulan heavy cruisers. It does appear to be yet another Firehawk and a K-7RB, so one of our friends, we're much more able to take you on. You're not an issue at all. Well, you're a bit of an issue, but you're not desperately a problem. And you should be able to take out the Firehawk. We know the Firehawk's back in two S-type plasma torpedoes as well, so they're kind of evenly matched. The briefing screen did say Klingon shipyards, but you never really know with this, because the briefing is never really accurate. Yeah. Oh, and good news. Recent information out of the Hot and Spicy forums. The people who brought you this wonderful, the fan patch. The mod itself was created by a person named Firesoul, but the guys over at Hot and Spicy packaged it all together and made it work with a brand new fan patch, which came with things including this beautiful background border, the upgraded planet textures, as well as the new color palettes that we use, such as these bright blue shields instead of what used to be bright red, white shields, as well as, I do believe, I'm not 100% sure on this, I think the Phaser 4 got a new firing texture too. So they do great work, and apparently they've managed to come up with a mission editor, which is, oh, I am so excited for that. You have no idea. We fight on pretty similar style of maps a lot. The ability to generate more missions where we can just come up with whole new scenarios, and even if it's just terrain, oh, that's an exciting thought. Just, adding to the longevity of the game even more. I am excited to see what comes out of this. And they have begun to launch missiles, so they are indeed Klingon Stardogs, since the only missile-wielding race that is currently on that side are Klingons. Let's come over here to our firing system, or to how much power system we have. I'm going to put in a 5 and a 1 because the Romulans really like to kick on the ECM. Then I'm going to sap most of that power so that I can drive the ship, because we were going kind of slow. Photon torpedoes to proximity, and we will begin our turn off. Looks like we only hit 1. Fire control. What happened? Last time fire control was missing planets, so I guess 1 hit against a heavy cruiser is kind of an improvement. We're going to set our tail to him and immediately buff that stern shield. We can't afford to get very close. Although if you'll focus on the Skazor, then we can come around on your stern and everybody will be happy. Isn't that right, everybody? Say you'll be happy. Need to reduce power. There we go. So we get a little bit of energy. I do, of course, need to keep him off the electronic countermeasure. Otherwise, my photon torpedoes don't really work. I mean, they do, but... Oh, we got an exchange of fire going on here. Does the Skazor have... He does not. He's just accelerating from a Wild Weasel. This is going to hurt the Skazor quite a bit. Oh, wow. He's actually packing 2 S's and an F, or 2 F's. So that's, that ain't no joke. I'm going to prep a triple Wild Weasel here, just in case he has dropped into cloak, popping up to fire off his torpedo wad and then disappearing into the shadows. Oh, the Skazor taking a lot of hits on there, though. That's pretty worrying, actually. Set to normal photon torpedoes. Slow down 1 point. Set to a repel beam to 1. Because I don't want to be picked up by this guy. I want to hit him. I want to hit him hard. But I don't want to give him an opportunity to hurt me back too much. We need to get that shield back to the forward reinforcement. Because we're about to stare down, well, enemy vessels. I am within photon torpedo range to deal a nice amount of damage. So we're going to do that. Drop a mine right on top of him. And activate. Activate. Come on. Preferably before I get there. Apparently not. Please tell me the forward shield got online in time to do that. We did completely knock out his forward shield, which is an excellent position to be in. Managed to destroy one of his phaser 1s, damage another one of his phaser 1s, and looks like we shocked a couple of systems on the way through. I will take that as a definite win. And yet another... Oh, excellent. That puts Skazor in a position to fire some of his phaser 1s right down the throat of that ship. And dump you. I need to put you on the back foot very briefly. So I'm going to pick up the pace so I can get out of here. Darn it, he cloaked. The fact that he cloaks means these missiles will probably... Yep, they're already starting to lose track. I don't know if it's an automatic thing or if they roll... Yeah, they roll like every couple of seconds to see whether or not they get to actually see him. Oh, he's coming out of cloak. Pull away, pull away, pull away. Phaser 1's selected. We're going to get a shot right down the throat from within a range of 10. I'll take it. It's not a ton of damage, but it's some, which is always important. Although it looks like he's about to take an entire plasma torpedo barrage back. He had a Wild Weasel ready for it, though, unfortunately. He does still have 2 plasma torpedoes ready to go, so we can't really afford to get anywhere near him. And we do also need to keep our distance away from the Firehawk. If we get anywhere near that, that'll end your trip real quick. So we're going to come around, need to build open the distance once again, then we'll come back around with proximity plasma. I had it right the first time. I said proximity photon torpedoes and I corrected myself to plasma. He is once again dropping back into cloak, an excellent strategy for him. It'll make our phasers less accurate, it'll make our photon torpedoes completely inaccurate, and unfortunately the Skazor is taking a ton of damage. We need to somehow trip this equation just a little bit, and I'm not really sold on how to do that just yet. However, a plan is slowly evolving. It may include Marines, and it may be very vital to happen soon. So we have no more scatter packs. We do have triple Wild Weasel ready, just in case. If all hell breaks loose, we can do something about it. Unfortunately, we're not in a great position, are we? Also, I think I somehow managed to accidentally bork up my camera controls, and I cannot hit F1 to give myself a large top-down view of the battle. He's traveling at a speed of 2.8. That will not work for me, no sir. Bombs over here, if you don't mind. Oh, that came out way short. Not what I wanted. But hey, that'll work. We managed to open him up a little bit. Nice. Unfortunately, he just decloaked. Hi. Am I still running that repel beam? I am. Okay. We are also on the side where apparently he expended a plasma torpedo. Keep coming around. Keep coming around. In fact, more speed. Actually, hit and run teams. I need it dead. Then I need it dead. So we managed to lose our stern shields. That is not at me. That can't be at me. It wasn't at me. So we managed to lose our stern shield thanks to a fantastic use of mines. Firing shots from long range. We do need to pull away. I can't afford to be anywhere near him. He does have S-type plasma torpedoes. This is a huge issue. I was really, really annoyed when I found out the K7RBs were, well, refitted with S-type plasma torpedoes over the Gs. It makes a lot of sense. It's a much better weapon, but it's dangerous. Are you going to cloak? I'm going to encourage you to cloak by sending a missile your way. The AI tends to get a little bit squirrely when it comes to missiles. Oh, the Skazor is having a bad, bad day. And there's not much I can do about it. I can't get close to help him, because if I do, I'm too vulnerable. And I don't deal enough damage to actually hurt anything. So we really do have to play around the edges on this guy. And unfortunately, the Skazor is not this is core, not the Skazor. This is core. The Skazor is not really designed to do that sort of long-range blinking. I mean, yeah, he's got S-type plasma torpedoes, but that's not his job. If I needed to capture him, what would I need to do? 10? Yeah, that's not good enough. I want to come in to around his front. We will hit him with a nice little phaser barrage. We won't be able to hit him with forward 2 phasers, but I do want to keep that in mind. So we'll pull around right in front of him. Yeah, this is a great position to be, isn't it? Especially with a red shield. And all phasers select. Knock down that shield and get me some fire here. So managed to get a couple of hits. He is decloaking, an interesting strategy. Let's see how it works out for him. He will have a whole bunch of phasers to engage from the side. However, if I can get a couple of the missile will never get through. He's got enough phasers and he's got enough tractor beam power. Yep, no problem at all from that. However, it did open him up for a long-range shot. He did have another Wild Weasel. Oh, the pain. They have a lot of shuttles, which makes a lot of sense when you consider what their job is. They're Romulans, after all. If you were a Romulan, you would have a lot of shuttles too, because you know exactly what those things can do. Oh, I don't think this score is going to survive the next barrage. He's just in too vulnerable a position. Photon torpedoes are set and ready to rock. If I can get a good shot off in here, it's not going to work on a single overrun, but if I can get enough damage in here, I might be able to cause something. I am within a range of 8, and he does have red stern shields all around. Oh, we are staring down the gun barrels of plasma torpedoes. Slow down, slow down, slow down. I did believe in fairies. This, however, is real. Yes, it was. However, the shield is just enough to hold up against it. I need to pull away from you because my stern shield isn't really there. Hi, mine. You no longer have Wild Weasels, which is an interesting problem. However, that, I think, is definitely heading my way. Yeah, we got to drop. Oh, it's a terrible, terrible position to be in to drop here, but We had to do it. We just lost one of our major shields right now, and we are in a bad way. We came in to try and help out the score, and it did not quite go the way we had hoped it would. I need more engine power to get the heck out of here. So more engine... Oh, this is going to be bad. I need... Yeah, that ain't going to work in time. That's a lot of damage into the stern. Okay, it's folding time. We're rocking and rolling out of here. Electronic countermeasures. I want... Take all that power you had in there, put it into the electronic countermeasure system, and let's start making tracks. I want another mine out right away. I need the nearest course laid in for out of here, if you can all manage it. If this score was in better condition, which he's not, I might chance it. But that's just too much danger. Which direction do I need to flow? This direction, coming around a port. That will bring up a couple of shields that we can use for defense. They're doing a speed of 16 and 8.2. We've really hurt this K7, but we just didn't hurt it enough. We got past the armor, we've damaged some ancillary systems, but at the end of the day, if you can't hurt the plasma torpedoes, you didn't do nothing at all. So I need more power. And electronic warfare, yeah, I'm just sapping everything. I don't have the energy to get involved in this kind of fight anymore. We don't have the firepower to be involved in this fight. So skirmishing on in, we're trying to find a chink in the armor, but it was just not there. And so now it is time to sprint. Once we get outside of our range of 30, hopefully he won't be able to do any damage to me. I need more power. Photon torpedoes to offline. Give me more power. I'm at a distance of 18 from you. I should be able to get away. In fact, if this keeps up... Ugh. Let's go to yellow alert. Just give me all the engine power you got. Apparently, all the engine power we got does not get us up to maximum speed. Which means I need even more. Shields down. Yeah, this seems suicidal, doesn't it? But it's the only way I'm going to get up to a speed of 31. Once again, the Federation Command cruiser has some interesting deficiencies. However, there is the edge of the map. Let's see if I can't turn into it. We do need to get away. Yep, there goes the score. Just was not able to deal enough damage to get him out of there. So we are pulling away at maximum speed. However, they are still able to basically blast on into us because at the end of the day, we have no additional power. Like, look at this. Nothing. Oh, I've got 1 point of energy in the repel beam. Which is really kind of sad, actually. The fact that the Federation Heavy Cruiser is just... We can't even run if we need it. We have 1.5 points of energy in excess if we are doing maximum speed and green alert. Which is really kind of sad. But we will live to fight another day. The Richmond will not go down. Sadly, we will not have destroyed those vital shipyards, which are, of course, supplying the majority of the enemy fleet. It is a painful day to be on the good guy's side. However, we shall live through it. Let's increase the speed of time. We know we're going to get away. He's only doing a speed of 26.8, so we should be able to hop out without any trouble at all, one would hope. Of course, he manages to get a couple more dents into us, but we are going to pull away and maximum warp. Pull away before all hell breaks loose. We could have tried to fight it out, and we could have tried to take that K7, but I don't think we would have done it. Too many angles for us to fight, and the score just never got a good hit on. Plasma torpedoes constantly just failed to get anything done, and so we are left in this position. Hello, shipyard. Once again, we return to check out anything cool that you might have. You've got an NCA for a new heavy cruiser, 4 photon torpedoes, 2 missile launchers, 8 phaser 1s, 2 phaser 3s, and 2 AMDs. It's basically a straight-up upgrade of the CC+, isn't it? I mean, I'm not going to buy it. Ooh, wait. Oh, heavy tugs. Never mind. I thought for a second we were looking at Xterra already. Apparently the CC Plus is out of production? No, it's just around the bend a bit. Yeah, we're looking at 20, 24, 30. And the... Where is it? Coming back to me. And the new heavy cruisers are 24, 24, 30. So they improved the stern shielding on this quite a bit. 2 additional phaser 3s. Wait, no, it's pretty much the same there. So 1 additional missile launcher, greater strength on the stern defenses, and an additional AMD. I don't think that's worth going up a bit. Could go for a Miranda. The Miranda is basically the command cruiser, except it's got better shields. But we're not going to do that. Let's, again, supply yard, patch, 96 right there. And give me 2 more shuttles. I can't really afford much of else. We do want to get a mission going out where we're not getting killed. That's the goal, anyway. Let's see what we can pull off here. Ready and red alert. We do appear to have a freighter as well as a heavy cruiser involved in this battle. No allies on our side. However, with any luck, he will not be armed with plasma torpedoes. Of course, we have to always assume that luck is never on our side. So I'm going to guess you've got 3 to 4 plasma torpedoes, just to see what the enemy can do. What are you equipped with? You are an FQL, the Gigas, so you are going to have 2 F-type plasma torpedoes. So this is a Romulan Q-ship operating with probably a syndicate, I want to say? A syndicate pirate faction? How you doing on electronic warfare? I'm going to go up to 3, just in case. Pick up a little bit more speed, and that'll give me also half a point of energy to throw into the forward shield, just in case we need any little bit. There's also a light cruiser, which is a Sparrow, an SPL. Okay, the real question is, what are you? Can take you, maybe be able to take you too. What do you have? Let's find out. As soon as you let me know, I will know. You're, oof, that's an awkward problem. Speed high, burn through photon torpedoes. Yeah, I think that's the solution. Okay, here's the game. 1, photon torpedoes set to proximity mode. Photonic countermeasures set to match him at whatever the heck he does. Keep a Wild Weasel continuing to build. And I need to keep close eye on what this power system does, because I'm going to need all of it. So, photon torpedoes, we are in range. Fire away. And give me every point of energy you've got. Because I'm going to need to keep the speed going on this one. He's doing a speed of 20. He's doing a speed of 19. I will be able to do 21, I think. Long range fire coming from his fusion beam. If he picks up the pace, he is now. Okay. So he's now picking up the pace quite a little bit. That's going to be a problem. I'm going to have 1 more point of energy as soon as this Wild Weasel is done charging. I'm really tempted to shut off one of the photon torpedoes. That'll give me 4 points of energy back. That'll put me up to a speed of 25, which I'm going to need. Alright, photon torpedoes offline. That'll bring me up another 4 points of energy on the speed. I'll be able to go up 1 more. We're basically a light cruiser in terms of long-range armament now, which is not cool, but we're going to have to deal with it. He's up to 27. We got to keep in mind pirate raiders can basically do whatever the heck they want. They are frustratingly effective at that. However, unless I've missed my guess, he's only got missiles. He does have the 1 fusion beam, but the AI doesn't know how to use it. And last Weasel, we've got 1 more turn of burning at this. He's picked up to a speed of 31, but I do want to keep trying to shell this guy. Photon torpedoes ready to rock. So select our starboard side photon torpedo, proximity mode, green light. 2 more photon torpedoes away. Got nothing on that one, so just a bad shot apparently. And electronic warfare, he's doing 1. Apparently I'm only putting half a point of energy into that. That's not good. He's doing 18.9. That'll give me some opportunity to pull away a little bit. That's the goal. And again, we just need this to be fully charged, and then we can do something about it. Yeah, he's still making a speed of 31. We just got to keep away from him. We don't have a whole lot to work with if we try to get involved with him at close range. He will basically take our lunch. Stern shields are taking a hit, but I can't do much about it. I need all the power I've got to run. We're not really running. We kind of are. But we're trying to just skirmish, and that's a bad angle. Yep, he's just gone engine overload. So he's trying to pick up the pace here with us. He is causing damage to himself, which is always nice. But how many phases you get? You got 4? Plus the phase of 3s. I can duel that. He shut off his... Wow, interesting. Hey, see what you do with that. Yeah, he is turning away to get those phase of 3s involved in the shot. He's also dropping below the speed. The missile will be able to catch him if phase of 3s didn't get him. They're blocking me from the freighter, which is a good plan. It's a really good plan. So he's armed with 2 Fs and an S, 2 Fs and a G. You are a G-type plasma torpedo, right? You do look like it. All right, turn into him. We do have the photon torpedo ready to go. So these are not going to make it to me. They're not a concern at all. In fact, I'm going to quickly... Yeah, this screws me over against him, but I'm not super concerned. Photon torpedo, give me an angle. Not you. You. I don't care about you. 2 more proximity shots. 2 more complete and total misses. His attack shift is 0. Just gunnery is bad today. Oh, crap. Wrong button. Offline, please. So phaser select. We're going to come on right on top of him. And... oh, this is a bad idea. Bad idea. Open them up. Dump a mine. Pull on through. So one of our shields is down to them. Holy crap, they fire at the back! This is gonna hurt a lot. We're gone. We are gone. You don't have 3. You don't. That's a lie. Yellow alert, full power. Green alert, full power. God darn it. The ship is just... We are obsolete. It's painful to admit, but we are. We're not even that far into... We haven't even gone that far, and we are obsolete! The pain! First this battle... Well, first the battle before this, and now this one. We just don't have the ability to take these ships on in anything other than a one-on-one engagement, really. We lack the firepower. It is catching up to us quite painfully as we attempt to sprint away at maximum speed. Are we not able to do higher than a speed of 28? Is that a thing? That can't be a thing. I refuse to believe that's a thing. Because if that is indeed a thing, then holy God, we got to get into one of those new cruisers. Because otherwise, we're just going to get picked apart steadily. I think we've reached a part similar to how we did back in our Gorn campaign, where we had stuck to the same heavy cruiser for so long that we just weren't being effective against newer designs out there. The Firehawks are out, the Sparrowhawks are out, and they're challenging. They're better than Constitution refits, that's for sure. So we're going to have to look for something new to get involved in. And I just don't know what. We keep losing money on this too. Anything useful. Anything nimble and powerful. Preferably not that. I mean, we could, but... So we've got a CB, which is a heavy command cruiser. This will bring us up to 4 photon torpedoes, 2 missile rank Gs, 10 phaser 1s, 2 phaser... So this is the Constitution version of the new heavy cruiser. I assume. And where is the NCA? Let's see. 38 points of energy. 2 transporters, 2 tractors, 4 shuttles. And 38 points of energy, 4 transporters, 2 tractors, 2 shuttles. 24, 28, 32. We know that the NCAs are 24, 24, 30. So why is it better? 10 phaser 1s, 2 missile rack Gs, 4 photon torpedoes, the free AMDs for the G-racks. I don't know why that would be a higher BPV. We'll take more look at it in the next episode. We're going to stop and think on it because, well, we're not in a good spot right now. We need to come up with some solution. I don't necessarily always want to say that buying a bigger ship is always the right idea, but it very well could be. What I'd really like is the CC Plus. Or not the one that has the quad. Is that the... I could have sworn there was a variant that had a quad phaser 4 right there. Or quad phaser 1 right there. But I'm just not seeing it. We're going to have to put a lot of thought into this because we're right on the cusp. If we start losing a couple more missions, we won't be able to afford those. And this could be the solution to our problem. Oh no, the BPV is higher. It's just the price that isn't. We're going to do it. Picked up a heavy cruiser, the USS Stephens. We will trade in the Richmond and move up in the world. So that'll be 4 shuttles, 4 transporters, which will be helpful. Once again, we are down to... Oh, we're down to fewer missiles? No, there we go. 20 missiles because we double our magazine. And we need to buy a couple more things over here. So we've managed to trade up. It's only a slight step up. The heavy command cruiser, we basically added in a couple more missiles. Which is basically... And some better shields, which we kind of need. Hopefully the power will help out as well. But that's going to do it for this episode 2. Unfortunately, we were not able to cause as much damage as we'd like. The Federation is somewhat on the back foot. After penetrating Romulan space, we've met a stiffer backbone than we originally anticipated. But the war will continue on. In any case, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment. What do you think is going through the minds of Admiral whoever who is in charge of this Romulan sector now that he's found that his main ships are just not having the same sort of impact they did at the first few days of the war? And I will see you all in the next episode.